1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Hey guys, it's me April. So today I'm going to show you how to get this Edwige Fenech inspired look. I got a request for this tutorial earlier last week on Tumblr, which was kind of crazy because I was planning on making a tutorial on this look anyway. So perfect timing, if I do say so myself. But yeah, so I was looking at a few different looks, trying to figure out what to do, because I've seen her with like a very heavy black eyeshadowed look and something a little bit more on the neutral side, and so kind of tried to create a happy medium here. But the tutorial, shall we? Okay, the first thing that we're gonna do in this look are our eyebrows. Edwige had a very distinct eyebrow shape. They kind of extended to the side of her head. I don't know how to explain it, but they're really fabulous, very high arch, slightly straight, and my eyebrows aren't really like that, so I'm going to take a little bit of Mary's Pomade, and I'm going to rub some of that through my eyebrows, just so that it allows me to shape them a bit better. And with that, I'm kind of like pinching them so that they look a bit more thinner than they really are, and extending them out so I kind of get a shape that I like. Next, I'm taking the Maybelline Eye Studio like cream liner and a very tiny small angled brush. This is one from an e.l.f. palette that I have, and what we're going to do is we're going to kind of emphasize these eyebrows. So just kind of look at her shape, but what I'm trying to do is really, I want the tail of my eyebrow to really be elongated. Oops. It may take some trial and error. And I'm also going to fill in just a bit under here to kind of try to straighten my arch a bit. And just kind of fill it in until you're satisfied with the shape. Next, I'm applying a yellow base all over my eyelid, and this will serve as a base for your eyeshadow. Duh. Now I'm just taking a piece of Scotch tape, which I stuck on the back of my hand and then peeled off so that it wouldn't stick too much on you. And we're going to kind of line this up. And I want to do it a little bit higher than the bottom lash line. And we're going to kind of try to get it to go out towards the eyebrow, and also try to match it up best to the other side if you can. And go ahead and stick that on. Now I'm going to use my Coastal Scents 28 piece neutral eyeshadow palette and pick up this pink color on here and a little bit of this color right here. Apply that all over my eyelid, a bit into this inner corner up here going towards the brow, and extending this color out. With the same brush that we use on our eyelid, I am taking MAC's Cool Calm Collected, and I'm picking up the lightest shade, which is a really pretty shimmer with more of yellow gold undertones, and I'm picking that up and applying that to my brow bone as a highlight and extending that out as well. Now I'm taking my Ardell 766 brush, which is an angled shader brush, and I'm going in with my Coastal Scents palette. I'm picking up this deep color right here, which is kind of a reddish brown, and I am working this towards the outer corner of my eye and blending this into my crease and into the inner corner up towards the brow bone of my eyelid. Same brush, but I'm picking up this brown color right here and also working that into my outer crease. What we're doing is trying to create a very deep looking crease. Edwige has a very deep crease, which I do not have, so we're kind of gonna fake it. So I did apply this to the outer corner. I'm also applying this just into the inner corner and then deep into the crease. So this kind of gives the illusion that you have a very deep crease. Now I'm taking my Delium Tools 780 brush, which is a little pencil shader brush, or a crease brush actually, and I'm taking this charcoal black eyeshadow right here, applying that towards the outer corner of my eyelid, blending and slightly extending that up here and working this deep into the crease and a little bit into this little area right here to make it look like you have a socket line. And just kind of soften it if it looks a little too harsh. And then I'm going to go over again with just a little bit of this red color and a little bit of this, the colors that we used previously. I'm just going to quickly dust that over to just blend it a bit. And I'm going to go ahead and touch my highlight a bit, or touch up my highlight. And now we're going to go ahead and peel that tape off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a little bit of that, a little bit of concealer, that's your natural skin color, and I'm just going to kind of soften just where the highlight area of this is at. And then you can go in with your highlight just a bit more if you need to. Now I'm going in with a cream liner and an angled brush, and I'm going to go ahead and line my eyes, my top lash line. Try to get it as close to your lash line as possible. Go ahead and take it all the way in. And then I'm also going to where the line where the tape made, sorry, we're going to go ahead and kind of blend that color out. We're going to line it and blend. And your line that we created on your lash line, you can go ahead and smudge that a bit with your finger. And I'm going to go ahead and set it with that charcoal eyeshadow that we used earlier. I'm taking my N.Y.C liquid eyeliner, and this is in Pearlized Black, and I'm just going to trace that line once again with this so that it looks ultra crisp. Now I'm going in with a light concealer, and I am putting this right below that line and onto my lash line, and I'm just kind of using my finger. It even gets all over onto your waterline, but we really want to highlight that. Make sure it looks really bright. Next I'm taking that little pencil crease brush and dipping it back into this pinkish tan color and this color right here, tapping off the excess and just shading below where the lashes are, not on your waterline, but where the lashes are, and just in the middle. And I'm shading that with some of the shadow. Next I'm taking that little pencil crease brush and dipping it back into this pinkish tan color and this color right here, tapping off the excess and just below where the lashes are, not on your waterline, but where the lashes are, and just in the middle. And I'm shading that with some of the shadow. with that angled brush and the black gel liner, we're gonna, it's kind of similar to the Priscilla tutorial, we're gonna have this kind of float away from the inner corner. Really line right here below your waterline, and kind of flick it out a bit. And I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of that charcoal eyeshadow and set it. Now with that N.Y.C liquid eyeliner, I'm going to go ahead and sharpen this inner line. And kind of really just go through the whole line again. We want it to be nice and dark. We're going to go ahead and apply a little bit of mascara to your bottom lashes. You just want to apply it to the eyelash. I can't talk. You just want to apply it to the eyelashes that are in the very middle of your eye. Edwige looks like she was actually wearing some false eyelashes, but I don't have any that look natural enough to go onto my bottom lash line. I'm applying just a very light coat of mascara to my top lashes, trying to get this to the base of the eyelashes. Now go ahead and apply a pair of dreamy false eyelashes. And let those dry. Now that that's done, we're going to work on the face. So what you're going to do is take a concealer or a foundation color that's 1 or 2 shades lighter than your actual skin color. And we're going to highlight around this area, which are the cheekbones, well, the top of the cheekbones. I'm also going to work this down the bridge of my nose and the middle of my face, extending that out. And a little bit on my chin and the top of my lips where the two little lines meet. And just kind of blend everything else out. Next, I'm going to take a shade about 2 or 3 shades darker than my natural skin color, and I am going to contour. So from here down, I'm going to blend that. And you can deepen it as much as you like. I'm going to take some more and I'm going to apply that right here in my temple, down the sides of my nose, to kind of narrow my nose a bit, and a little bit right here. And also, if you really kind of want to replicate Edwige's look, you can take a bit of that darker color and just apply it down the chin. It's better to take a smaller brush, if I can find one, and kind of draw a little line and then blend it out, because she has a bit of a cleft chin. So if you really wanted to look like her, you can kind of just mimic that. But I'm not going to do that. I already did, but I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out so it's not as obvious. And then the last thing, or not the last thing, but the next thing that you're going to do is apply a shimmer to the tops of your cheekbone as a highlight, so you get a really beautiful glow. You can go ahead and blend that out. I'm going to take my Delium Tools 942 angled blush brush or contour brush and pick up this color right here. And I'm going to use that as a blush. I'm mostly concentrating it right where we worked that contour and just building that slightly up towards the tops of your cheeks. It's not too pink, it's not too orange, but it's not too bronze either. It just gives the right amount of color to your cheeks. And I'm going to go back in with that MAC Cool, Calm, and Collected, and I'm going to pick up some more of that color that we used. If I could open this. I'm going to pick up the lightest shade that we used as a highlight on your eyes, and we're going to highlight the tops of your cheekbones with that as well. So you just get a really nice glow. So now you just set your T-zone with some powder. So I'm going to put some on my nose, a little bit on my forehead, and some on my chin. And then whatever is left over, you can kind of lightly brush over the rest of your face. For lips, I'm going to use Kate's number 14, or Rimmel London's Kate lipstick in number 14. And go ahead and apply some of that. And I'm actually going to take a little bit of, if I can find it. Oh, sorry. I just accidentally flung a lipstick across the room. So I'm taking the Revlon's 677 Siren lipstick, which is a coral, and I'm going to apply a little bit of that to the lips, just so that it's not, the nude can be a little too grayish, so you want to just brighten it up with a little bit of color. And this is it for the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this Edwige Fenech look. It was very fun to do. If you guys have any questions at all about this look or anything else, always feel free to leave them down below. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye.